And so I had someone say that I needed to clarify something. Well, not tell me I needed to, but I'm just going to clarify it or something. I want to say, like, on the part of my video earlier about how women need to choose our men wisely, when I say we need to choose our men wisely is because it's for the best of us, for our life and our children's life. Not every man out here in these streets are going to be the man that we need to in our life. Sometimes they turn out to be our soulmate. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they get us into situations that no one but the Lord himself can get us out of. We're choosing these men for what reasons, I don't know. For me, my reason was pretty much just the lifestyle. It was just the excitement, the adrenaline rush of making the money and having the respect from people on the streets. But we didn't realize, and we still don't realize, that having the respect from the streets is not having the same respect as it when we go put in an application. You can't put down on a resume that I did 10 years for riding for my man. I was a ride-or-die chick, We're not teaching our children the things that we need to be teaching them. We're teaching them what we learned, and half of the things that we learned in our life isn't all that great. So it's time for us to teach our children something totally different. If we don't want our kids making the same mistakes as us, then we need to fix that. I really feel like a lot of women is using their bodies to get what they want. They're using their bodies to thinking that their sex game is going to keep a man. Their sex is going to make a man love them. It's going to make them want to be with them. No, honey, it's not. Let me explain that, because sex, yes, it is very important. It is very important in every relationship because it's another way of communicating. It's another way of bonding with this person. You get to one-on-one base with this person, and you learn them, and you can feel them and know when they're in something. You can tell if they're happy or they're sad. You can learn these things by having that bond. But if this is not your husband, if this is not your man, if this is not a man that you wake up and go to sleep to every day, you're just having sex. It doesn't matter. He doesn't care what you think. He don't care what you feel. He doesn't care about nothing but getting his and going on about his way. It's time for us to realize that not every man is really out there for us. They're really out there for themselves, unless he can put himself in the predicament, in the place of being there for you. If that man can make it clear to you that he's there for you, then yes, that's something different. Sex is very important in anybody's and everybody's life. But it's how you have it and who you have it with that matters. That's what counts. Sex is not going to make a man stay because he can get sex anywhere. Give a man something he can't get anywhere. That's the love, that's the care, that's the loyalty, that's the devotion. That's the woman he needs. He doesn't need another female he can have sex with or smash. He don't need that. It depends on what type of man you're talking about then also. So if we're talking about these thugs and these gangsters and these D-boys, they don't care. They don't need you. You're just another woman in a pond for them. That's some real shit right there. You're not important to him. But when you find a man that calls you every day, texts you, good morning, beautiful, tells you he loves you, tells you he cares about you, that says, hey, the rent is due, I got that. You buy the groceries, I pay the rent. Oh, the light bill? Okay, don't worry. I got that. Just make sure I got some dinner on the table and I'll take care of everything else. Make sure the house is clean. I got everything else. These men out here, men, the word I used, men, they're needing a woman. Everyone knows the saying, a freak in the sheets and a woman in the streets. They don't need another homeboy. They don't need another female. They don't need another street chick. They don't need another gang banging ass female. And I'm not talking about nobody specifically, but I'm just saying, real men ain't gonna go for a female who's throwing up the set, who ride for the set. They ain't going for those type of women. Men don't need that. They don't want that. They're wanting a woman that they can take to their mother's house and say, this is my wife. This is my girlfriend. This is my child's mother. They're wanting a woman that they can hold on their side and know that 5 or 10 dudes that's walking past them can't say what's up to his woman and say, oh, they smashed her last week. You know? Think about it. Really think about it. What are we doing and what are we telling ourselves and our children every day when they see us getting slapped or called the B word or being degraded or passed around through the homies and the crew and stuff? What do you think we're telling our children? That it's okay? We're telling our little girls that it is okay to have a man slap you. It's okay to have a man to call you out your name. It's okay for a man to sleep with you, use you for what you have, and then walk away to the next one to do the same thing again. That's what we're telling our daughters. That's what we're really telling our kids out here today. It's bad enough they have to turn on the TV and watch the stuff happening on movies, on the news, or just regular TVs. I know kids that can quote a whole entire music video and all the bad words with it, but can't tell me the ABCs. I know this much when it comes to it. People have to wake up and realize that our decisions that we're making may not affect us, but it's affecting the people around you. It's affecting your children. It's affecting your mother, your father, your grandparents, the ones who put effort into raising you with the right and wrong ideas. These are the parents who put effort into taking care of our children. And the problem is we got children making children, kids making kids, people who are not fully grown and don't have no sense. You got women out here thinking that just because this man over here is taking care of his 3 kids by this woman, he's going to take care of yours. No. He didn't make yours. They're not his. He might play stepdaddy once in a while, but he's not going to be there for his, like yours. He's not going to be like that for his. Babies ain't going to make a man change. Babies ain't going to make a man stay. That's going to make him run away, especially if he ain't a man. I don't want a little boy. I don't want a little boy who running around here with his pants hanging down and you can see his underwears. I don't want a little boy who think he can call me out my name and think he can get away with it. I don't know who you talking to, but you got the wrong person. I don't want someone who think he gonna walk his behind in my house, sit on my couch, eat my food, and ain't gonna pay no bills, ain't gonna put no groceries in there, ain't gonna help me take out the trash, ain't gonna help wash dishes. I don't need you. You're nothing but an oversized grown child that no, I'm not going to take care of you. I'm not going to raise you. I'm not going to do none of that. But if you can take care of me, then I can take care of you. If I can get up every morning and cook you some breakfast and keep this house clean and make sure you have a dinner on this table when you come home from work, you should be able to go to work and pay these bills and come home and love me and be faithful to me and loyal to me because I'm doing the same thing for you. You could be gone for 10, 20 hours a day and you ain't got to worry about where I'm at because you know what I'm doing. And hopefully you're a real woman, because if you are a real woman, then you're going to be walking out the door to go to work right along with your husband. You're going to be getting up, taking your kids to school. You're going to be getting up, going to somebody's job. And if you're not working and you're a housewife, then you need to be taking care of the house instead of just sitting around playing games all day. Do you think a man want to come home and eat a bologna sandwich after he didn't work 8 hours a day? You think if you go in that kitchen and cook something and women post pictures of uncooked food and think that is a meal. Girl, boo, grow up. You should have been learning how to cook from your grandmother. You should have been learning how to cook from your mother. You should have been learning how to cook from your mother-in-law or sisters or somebody. Half-cooked meals ain't nothing. A man ain't gonna stay around for that at all. Everybody always say, you know what? The way through a man's heart is through his food and his sports. Know his sports, talk about the sports, make sure he got a nice meal on the table, and you keep yourself right, and you keep yourself looking good, and you keep yourself together, he gonna want you. But if he walks out the house and he left you with a do-rag on, your breath ain't fresh, you're still in your pajamas, and he leaves the house and he goes to work for 8 hours and he comes home at that 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and you still got that same do-rag on, that same funky morning breath, and that same pajamas on, you ain't cooked, you ain't clean, the kids is crying, they hungry, do you really honestly think he's going to stick around for that much longer? No. A man can get sex anywhere. Give him something he ain't getting everywhere. You can have a man's heart if you show him yours and you love him. If you love him from your heart, he'll love you from his. Now, like I said, I'm using the word man. I'm not using the N-word. I'm not using boy. I'm not using thug. I'm not using gangster. I'm talking about a man. Just because we come from either a single home family or a father figure or a mother figure who raised us, just because we came from that, do not mean we need to subject our childs to that. You got women out here that is making babies just to be making babies, to get food stamps, welfare, or just to see if she can get her man to stay, or just out here just popping babies out just to be popping babies out. That is ridiculous. Because we're populating in the world, the universe, for what reasons when we have nothing to offer our children? If we can't get up in the morning and show our child how to get up and go to work and how to get up and go to school and how to clean the house and be responsible and be respectable, then what are you doing? What are you having children for? Wake up. Because our kids, they're not surviving in this world. We need to start teaching our children something that we didn't learn. Stop worrying about giving your kids something that you didn't have growing up. Give them something they need to grow up in this day and age. Give them something they need to know about today, tomorrow. Because they don't need to know and have what we didn't have when we was growing up. Because whatever the hell we didn't have when we was growing up, that was when we didn't grow up. Guess what? It's a new day and age. It's some new things going on. And it's some new education going on that these kids need to get. Again, this subject is purely about sex, men, and our children. Grow up. I'm Lokita Rios. I'm on YouTube. Subscribe to me, like, and comment, because I'm coming back with you.